Why they're doing it, Katie, is simple. The state government has not, cannot, and will not face the fact that they have to start managing this state and cutting expenses where they need to be cut. Every answer is tax, tax, tax. Tax business, tax the people. You know, it's out of hand. I am not opposed to you guys paying some fair fee or tax in the future. We are on record at that. But you know, the state has for the last 15 to 20 years, and we've participated in it, Keystone Opportunity Zones, where they will waive every tax, local property tax, state sales tax, corporate net income tax, capital stock and franchise tax, to a company who locates in the Keystone Opportunity Zone. Why? To promote development and to create jobs. 30 jobs, 40 jobs, maybe 500 jobs. We are talking about an industry coming into the state that's going to be creating, conservatively, 80 to 100,000. Not 80 to 100, 80 to 100,000 jobs. And what is our state's first response? Let's grab them by the neck, chase and choke that golden goose until every egg comes out. And then we can take the money to Harrisburg, drop it in the black hole, send it to Philadelphia, send it to Pittsburgh, just where our tolls were gonna go. Our state realizes that we have a horrible reputation around this nation for dealing with business. We have a horrible business climate. I've been in this business 30 years. With all due respect, Mr. Secretary, if you want to tax business like every other state taxes business, to put in a severance, I may make that trade. We have the highest corporate net income tax. We have the highest capital stock and franchise tax. We have some of the highest property taxes, which are local, but it's the only avenue they have in the nation. We may take that trade. Well, if you do away with all those other taxes.
Well, let me just say a few things in response. I find it on its face false that we have a horrible business climate.
We have. Can I
please finish,
years.
Sir? Can I please finish? We have an unemployment rate below the national average. It has been below the national average for the last 7 years. It's considerably below the national average. We have an economy that is diverse, that is attractive, and that is outperforming the following states: North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Nevada, California. I can go on and on and on. There are considerable strengths here in Pennsylvania, and for a member of the Chamber of Commerce to sort of blast this business climate on TV, I find curious. Now, we have work to do. We have work to do. It is important that all tax dollars be used very, very effectively. In fact, Pennsylvania, in terms of its public employees, has one of the lowest numbers of public employees per population. We're very nearly at the bottom, we're in the bottom 5. The governor has exercised considerable fiscal restraint, along with the state legislature, who has passed the budgets with the governor. I think that is important. It is absolutely important that precious tax dollars be used well. But it's also a matter of fairness to every Pennsylvanian, and that this industry pay a reasonable tax. Now, Ms. Klaber was at one point in her statement willing to talk about the specifics, and she started talking about Arkansas and the various other options. And that's where this conversation should be. It should be about the specifics. I would be, on behalf of the government, more than willing to throw the West Virginia example out and adopt something that's better and more reasonable. And you may well be right that there is a better and more reasonable approach to this, Ms. Klaber. So I think that's where the focus ought to be. Now, the last point I'll say is in response to Ms. Klaber about declining rig counts. because the Marcellus is so attractive, even when this national economy collapsed after the Lehman bankruptcy on September 5th, 2008, and when the price of gas collapsed and rig counts in the country collapsed, rig drilling declined by over 60% in the country. While that was going on from September 2008 through the summer of 2009, the rig counts were increasing in Pennsylvania, sharply increasing. And Range Resources, which is a fine company, and a member of Ms. Klaver's coalition, came in and showed me this. And they said it was absolutely incredible that the rig counts were going up in Pennsylvania while they were declining in every other state in the Union. The Marcellus gas is very, very profitable to produce. Nobody is suggesting killing the golden goose. That would be incredibly stupid, and I for one, I can assure you that the governor is totally uninterested in that. And to say that the first thing that we do is to put on a severance tax on this industry is really, frankly, a little bit insulting, given all the work that we've been doing since 2005, when the first Marcellus well permit was issued. This state has been rolling out the red carpet for this industry, and that's a good thing. I'm glad we've done that. It is now 2010, and the discussion about a severance tax is timely, and I'm glad we're having it.